Welcome to Monster Frontier, everyone. We are joined, of course, by myself, Taylorobey, the DM. Kind of important to have a DM, yes. Silent Protagonist is Kiljow.
Hello.
JacobTheMadMayor is Leo.
I am so dead inside.
No, the ones that
Unlike those two people that are dead on the outside.
Yeah, no, the ones that are going to be
Illiren,
the poachers.
Illiren and Sig.
I'm doing some calculations. Get back to me in a minute.
And Aziv as Nysdrith.
What calculations are you doing, Sig?
And Steve as Steve, Henry as Henry, Bartholomew as Bartholomew, and Matthew as Matthew.
Oh, is that dude's name?
Yeah, I wrote it down because I knew you guys would forget.
I thought it was just Poacher A.
I have
Well,
actually the whole time been
Kiljow only
calling him
knows him
Jack.
as.
We're renaming him
Right.
Zach.
So,
Technically, he's not been proven to be a poacher, just being used by the poachers.
No, they're all poachers.
Remember, Kiljow, they're poachers.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying
to,
notify.
last time on Dragon Ball Z. No.
We murdered some poachers.
Yes, the intrepid adventurers, although that's not the most commonly used word for them.
Murderers.
I was going to say intrepid. Took a mission in which someone named Bartholomew Newtstone has said that he needs a cure for his son's nightmares, but to make it, he needs a Malfestio feather that is given willingly, and it needs to be made within an hour of said feather being given. So he is traveling with the party, who came by airship to this region, where people have sighted a Malfestio recently. Of course, the party brought along Henry and Steve, because why wouldn't they?
Well, yeah.
I'm not kidding, that's literally the reason.
Yeah.
And shortly after landing in this area, gearing up to go on an expedition exploring the area, they ran across a group of people setting up traps. Now, immediately afterwards, the party decided these people must be doing something illegal, and then every attempt at reason was shot down.
Quite literally.
Yes. In their attempt to escape,
How's the tranquilizers working, Leo?
Leo used trank darts meant for large monsters on human-sized regular people, and one of them survived because the roll was very low for it. So, this man, Matthew, who was setting up traps to catch food,
Poaching.
ran away from a bunch of random strangers in the middle of the wilderness and watched his two friends die and then got kidnapped.
No, he didn't watch them die. He was unconscious.
That's a fair point, actually. It's the only one you've made so far.
He doesn't know they're dead.
Oh yes, that's correct. He does not know they're dead. Okay, so he is running away with his friends, and he gets tricked, and he wakes up, and he's been kidnapped, and these people are saying that they're want to know what's going on with the poachers, and he has informed the party that the former outpost that he worked at has been taken over by poachers, and that the former inhabitants have been forced to work for the poachers. And as the party said, well, show us the way to the poachers, and as he was doing so, the party was ambushed by an Odo Garen, who immediately regretted the decision and decided to take some more intelligent tactics when it found out that the party was more powerful than they appeared. In the midst of all this, the noise that Odo Garen made managed to attract some Celtis and a Celtis queen. And as the party has now finished up fighting these, this is where we're at. We have yet to even roll to determine what you can carve from these things.
Yeah.
So, first order of business, are you carving these things, and if so, who's doing it?
mean, I think we should.
I will help carve up a couple of these guys too.
How many carves do we have on
Let me check.
each thing? Because we have the Celtis Queen, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Celtists, and the Odegaron.
Odegaron should be 3 carves. Because that's typical, unless they're a very low-level creature. The Celtis gets 2 carves each, and the Celtis Queen gives 3 carves.
Okay.
So 3 for the Celtis Queen, 3 for the Odegaron, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 for the Celtis.
So we can each make 5 carves. There's 20 in total.
Yep.
I like the idea of having the parts, but I don't trust myself enough to get the parts.
I've got a +5 to survival, so I'm not terrible.
I mean, I'm a little tired at the moment, but I can help out.
I will say, this is a good time to point out that you can, in fact, use the help action for carving, and I just realized that my idle clicks have all been paintbrush. Let me just get rid of that. If anyone's wondering why there's purple spots appearing on the map, it's because I clicked on the wrong tool.
Actually, we didn't see the purple spots. I think you're on the wrong layer.
I saw 1.
No, this was the object layer. I pointed it out after I deleted them, so... The world will never know, except for the fact that I just told them.
Alrighty. So,
Right.
do you want to help? Do you want to help out then, Illiren?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
I don't know how, but I gotcha.
Do you?
I mean,
I'm a
I can
strong
always
boy.
use help with, holding body parts, appendages, and whatnot out, so it makes me a little easier to carve in the right locations and everything. I might have you pull a flap back or lift up a leg to make it easier to cut off or something.
Question real quick, Nysdrith. How long does your enlarged thing last?
Technically speaking, I have about what would it be like? Not quite 30 seconds. I have a little left in that. Somewhere around 20 seconds left on it.
All right, cool. As you're talking, you shrink back down.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that different.
Just like, I could use the help.
And shrink back down.
Okay.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Alright, well, I'll get started on carving up the Odegaron first, I think.
I'll go.
All
help
right.
with
All
the
right.
Carve on that as well.
I proceed to just... I can deadlift about 500 pounds. I just start pulling parts to the side so they can start cutting.
Well, thanks for that, Illiren.
Do you,
Sig, you know exactly how to do this. Good
Do you-
job.
Do you want me to make my survival check on the Odegaron now as well, or do you want to wait until he finishes his carve?
Well, the question is, are you guys splitting up the carve at all, or...
I'm okay with splitting it up.
Hey, Sig, do you wanna give me a hand as well?
I got blood on me.
Yeah, don't worry, that's character. It's good for you, too.
Tastes odd. Alright.
Never tasted blood? What, you've never bit your lip before or something?
I don't know, my blood tastes normal. This just tastes odd.
Well, Nysdrith, do you want to give me a hand then?
How much blood do you have that certain bloods taste weirder than others? Do you drink your own blood a lot?
So anyway, about this carving check.
No, Sig, I think this is something we need to have a legitimate conversation about. How much blood are you drinking?
So, Leo, do you want to help me with this carve?
Yeah.
I get to make it at not disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's whatever I want.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Almost a perfect roll.
Almost.
Yeah. What more of those?
All right. Who is going to do the third card for the Odogaron?
I guess I will.
Would you
I'll-
require help from your friends? Yeah. It's
Based
I'll-
on survival, right?
yes.
Yeah.
If someone wants to help you in a way that is reasonable, which, in this case is perfectly reasonable, then you get advantage.
Anybody want to give me a quick hand?
Oh yeah, here, look, see?
Anthony, to get on this
I got
conversation.
I got this. Quickly, this thing's heavy!
Okay, a 19. So those will all three pass. So Nysdrith and Kiljow both rolled incredibly well. So you each have 2 options. So for each of you can either roll twice and get 2 materials at random, or roll twice and add them together, and that's your carve check, and if it tops out at 20, it's just a 20.
Can we look at the carve sheet or no?
Not as much fun if you know what you can get, honestly.
Okay.
I would say no, but I will tell you...
Nope, that's fine. That's fine.
The 19 to 20 roll is actually a good item. So, it's not like you're just going to get a dud for rolling high.
That's what I was asking, because I know there are some creatures that, like, you roll high and you just basically get, like, a fucking wyvern to your dud.
Yeah, it is not a dud.
I think Kiljow is gonna go for the double items. He's gonna gamble it.
You know what? I'll go ahead and do the single item then.
All right, Nysdrith, roll me 2d20.
Wow, that was shitty. Oh well.
That's unfortunate.
Let's see. You do get an Odogaron Fang with Fang.
Bang.
Bang. Come on,
Yes.
pronounce it correctly. Let's see. Does it? I believe that is just that's just an weapon material. And for your own records, this is a CR8 creature.
I like that.
Yeah,
That
unfortunately,
means you
we
start critting at 19.
unfortunately we did discover that it is kind of tucked away at the bottom of the modifiers that you can't, because it's a critical eye effect. You can't stack them.
Yeah, you can't have more than one effect that increases your critical range. That's part of the limitations of blind materials.
Yeah.
Typically, if you have more than one material that does the same sort of thing, more than one material that uses runes, or more than one material that adds damage, those are typically the ones that they don't want people like tripling up on.
That's what Kiljow wanted to do.
Yeah.
So Kiljow, speaking of, roll me 2d20.
Okay.
3.
We
So
should've done
you
this
also get an Odogaron Fang.
Okay. Is it just a weapon effect of critical eye?
Yes.
Okay.
And
But again, Fang.
you also get an Odogaron Sinew, which the first part is the armor effect and the second part is the weapon effect.
Add that to the mask. Your mask becomes intimidating.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would say your mask isn't like technically part of.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, you could count it as part of your armor if you want, but it would require that if you ever switch armor, you need a new mask.
I don't think you can actually do that with
Gajalaka.
Gajalaka, yeah.
It was worth a
Right.
shot.
All right, and last but not least, Leo, give me a single d20 roll.
13.
It's you an Odogaron Claw, which is oh, interesting. So there's its armor effect.
Okay, give me a second here.
And here's its weapon effect.
Marathon Sprinter. While wearing this
Yep.
armor, you can take the dash action as a bonus. Oh, wow.
Basically,
I can use that 4 fucking times.
yeah, it's a very interesting effect. Basically gives you half of cutting action, but at a limited amount.
Uh-huh. But at the same time, it's like, it could also be fuck this, I'm out.
Which is often what cutting action is used for when it's used for the dash action.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
kinda looking at
a third of cutting action. You can't disengage.
It's
I'm
either
looking at that the
the
weapon
effect.
bonus.
Yeah.
I'm
An
thinking,
additional slash.
ooh, adding more modifiers to my weapon damage.
I mean,
I
all
believe
that
that's
is-
one of the things that's limited.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of scrolling through to the page that has everything on it, just so I can.
Let's see here. Because on my weapon, let's see here.
Believe it's right after the downtime stuff.
Oh, I mean, I've got the additional rapid fire for the Lialeop plate as a barrel and reinforcement. The Gaiadrome Shard, which allows me to use the Frostbite cantrip as a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Cephalo Scale, which allows me to carry 10 additional normal ammo.
Okay. Rules for materials on weapons. A weapon can have one material that causes an effect when you roll a 20, such as critical status effect on the fancy beak material. A weapon can have one extra damage, condition inflicting, or on hit effect material. The extra damage material rule doesn't apply to materials that have a requirement to deal that extra damage, such as part breaker effect found on the Gravios Carapace material. A weapon can only have one effect that uses runes. A weapon can only have one bonus to spell DC and spell attack rolls. A material can only be replaced with another material. Once replaced, the previous material is destroyed. And materials do not stack with improved versions of their effects, including unnamed effects. Example, critical I plus 1 does not stack with critical I plus 2, etc.
I have to make a quick update to my AC here. Because,
Essentially, all the most powerful abilities are limited.
Yeah. And some of them are pretty heavily limited, like you can only have one extra damage condition or on hit effect. Like you can only have one of the three, and only one of those.
Unless they're conditional.
Yeah.
Plus 1d4 is not overpowered. I mean,
It is if you get it 3 times
Yeah, I guess that is true, but still.
on a monk.
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to be sort of like balanced generally, and like, imagine if you get plus 3d4 on every attack for a monk.
Yeah.
Darn. Oh well. I'll have to just be satisfied with getting 2 extra damage rolls.
And also, for reference for everyone, the rules for armor are you can only have 1 damage reduction, resistance, or immunity. Only 1 advantage or immunity versus a condition. Can only have 1 material that grants a bonus to AC. Can only have 1 effect that uses runes. And the previous, like, you can't stack things.
Now, I'm just double checking. I don't believe either of mine fall into any of those categories. Do they?
What effects do you have on your armor?
I think the only one that would actually fall in would be Stamina Surge plus 1, which is the haste. But then I have Flame Sack, which just lets me, once per long rest, speak a command word.
Say, where is this stuff here?
Let me double check here if there's armor. There it is. 1 damage reduction, resistance, immunity, don't have any. 1 advantage or immunity versus condition, don't have that. Grants bonus to AC, don't have that. Effect that uses runes, don't have that.
I will say,
yeah, the only one that I think actually falls into that is Stamina Surge.
One moment, guys.
I don't think that actually falls into any of them, because none of them use runes.
Well, no. The only one that would fall into anything would be Stamina Surge, which is like Detect does not stack with Detect Plus, etc.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Because, no, the Flame Sack doesn't use runes, the Wrathwing Talon doesn't use runes. Like, the Puke Sack uses runes on my weapon.
Yes, I will pick you up.
The base idea for those is that it's written to be limited in nature.
Yeah.
I will be back. Give me like 2-3 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
I am back myself. Sorry about that.
No problem. We can all make our way down to the queen and get ready to start chopping that to pieces.
How many cards do we get off the queen?
I believe he said we get 3 off of the queen, so we can each get another carve of the queen. And then each of the normal ones, I believe you said with 2, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, including the one that got attached to the queen's back.
Yeah. This was like 14 carves on that end.
Yeah.
That's quite a few.
There we go.
I don't know if they have anything worthwhile, but it's a lot of carves. They're CR fuck all, but and the queen was what, CR 13, I think?
Yeah, she was really high. Fortunately,
Yeah.
she didn't do a lot.
No, she was not able to do a whole lot for the CR.
And I'm back. Yeah, the CR system is kind of wibbly wobbly. The Celtis Queen is CR 11.
CR 11, okay.
All right, let me navigate to the Celtis section real quick. Dobie, why are you terrible at everything?
Because it's the Dobie?
Herbivore, endemic life. No, I want. What the? Okay, yeah, just give me 20 pages ahead when I scroll up. That seems correct.
God, I love Adobe.
I have a burning hatred for Adobe. Not the least of which because, like,
Yup.
80% of the problems people have at work that I have to work on at work are because of Adobe.
We have to use Adobe for almost everything at my job, and it is sadness.
Alright, so speaking of sadness, who is going to be doing the carving for the Celtis Queen? And I'm assuming that people are helping all around because y'all have the time to do so.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do a carve.
I'll do a carve on it.
I'm happy to do a carve myself.
Alright, 2 advantages and 1 normal.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling shit right now.
16's not terrible.
Hang on a second.
It's not terrible, but because
does-
of its challenge...
Doesn't
Yeah.
succeed?
Hang
No.
on.
See...
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Something's wrong with that. I don't know why. Survival should be adding an extra +1.
Because of an item?
No, my... Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind, sorry.
Right, so...
Sorry.
A 23 does succeed. And one of the reasons I'm saying that it's perfectly fine for you to help each other when you're not, like, in a hurry is
Mhm.
because the DC for a carve check is equal to 10 plus the creature's CR,
Ooh.
Oh. Wait,
which scales up.
So how the fuck would you ever succeed on some of the higher CR creatures?
Having really good survival. I'm thinking of ways that might get you easier access to that or revamping the system, but currently,
Like, well,
Uh,
I'm just thinking about it. It's like you fight a CR 30 creature or something, or like a CR like 20 creature. How the fuck are you supposed to, like, why even have a loot table for that? How are you supposed to make that DC 30 or DC 40 check?
plus 5 wisdom, double proficiency, that sort of thing, I believe is the intended solution, but it's not how this party will work with it. I will try and figure something out.
If I may, the only reason why I have a +4 to my survival is because of expertise and proficiency. Because my wisdom is a 1.
If you have
Yeah.
expertise and proficiency, then it should be a +7.
Then why is it showing as a +4? Oh,
The roll says you have proficiency. It doesn't show that you have expertise.
You add in expertise in like the cog page.
There we go. Proficiency.
Yeah, it's like I have a +8, but that's with proficiency and expertise.
I guess it's just proficient then.
Yes, so a 16 does not succeed. A 23, however, does.
They
So
combined their carves into one. They were kind of helping each other out.
Hey, I just remember. Hey, I'm not out of faster genius. I thought I ran out of those, but apparently I still have 3 left. Never used them apparently.
Wow,
and
you are
just
a
a
genius.
+3 bonus,
genius.
isn't it?
It's a +4 bonus.
Ooh.
Just barely
Still.
not enough.
Yeah, it's still gonna have.
Oh, that was
be
fun to try. Oh well.
Short.
But yes, Nysdrith, roll me a d20. A 6 gets you a Celtis Queen shell.
Yay! I always wanted one of these.
Which actually has quite a fun effect. That's the armor effect.
What the-
baby Celtics?
And then the weapon effect only works on gun lances.
Ah!
Wait, it gives him a 10-foot fly speed for an hour?
Yes.
That's actually awesome.
I know, but it's
going
also
to be
really funny.
equipping that onto my armor.
It's also really funny to imagine like this tiny little bug going, and you just see like the person floating along being dragged by like their spine.
I hate to say this, Nysdrith, but that's probably gonna be a sell. Get you some
Yep.
gold.
He's equipping it.
It is all. I am sitting my ass down and currently working on shoving this thing onto my armor.
All right, everyone else want to make the carves for the Celtices then?
Sure.
Yeah. How many are
Okay.
we doing?
I'll do a couple.
14.
I'll hold off on that. I'll do a couple more carves on these other
Yes,
cells.
there's 14 carves in total.
Okay,
Divvied up however you guys want.
Well, between 3 of us, that means 4 plus 2. So 2 of us need to make 5 rolls. 1 of us needs to make 4.
I'd say we give 2 to Sig. He's got to chip in a little bit here.
Make me do stuff.
Yep.
Eh.
In that case,
I'll
it'll
help
be
you.
3, 3, 4, 4. All right, excuse me. We have how many again?
4, 4, 4,
14.
2.
Yeah, 3, 3, 4, 4.
4, 4, 4, 2.
No, we're just giving him the last 2.
Okay. Doing my 4 rolls then.
All right.
Oh!
Okay. Assuming advantage on all of these, because again, you have the time for it.
Yep.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay.
So roll me 3d20. An 8. A 6 gets the same thing, and a 10 gets you... Okay, so you get 2 Celtis shells.
Do they also summon a baby Celtis? No.
And
No, they
one
do not.
Celtis wing.
That's what gives him the flying, though.
That's what gives you the flying speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not quite.
I'm feather falling bad.
Actually, yeah.
If you have just like, I will also say for
And
some
a
of
gun
these,
lance.
remember that you have 2 trinkets. Each can have 1 item, and you can swap between them during a hunt.
Wait, we have trinkets?
Yes.
Yes.
That's-
What?
One of the major mechanics that was explained initially, each person has 2 trinkets. They're the only Monster Hunter gear that you can switch between during a mission. A trinket can have 1 material effect. You choose whether it affects armor or weapon. It can't break the rules of armor or weapon and enchantments by adding on to something your armor already has. And you can switch between them as a short rest, but you can only have 1 active. Or as part of a short rest, rather.
Yeah, it's my trinket that gives me my speed eating. Well, technically lets me use a potion as a bonus action if I'm the one consuming it, but lets me use it as a free action because we already have bonus action potions.
Yes. I think some sort of like upgraded carving knife would be good. Right,
Well,
so
yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what my trinket has, because I've been playing without a fucking trinket.
So have
Yeah.
I. Perfectly there.
to be fair, I don't think we explained that one to you specifically.
You have mentioned the trinkets before. I just haven't done a lot with the items in question. But
Right.
having a tiny little baby, whatever the heck we call these things, Celtis baby run up and carry me along for an
Abomination.
hour is
Yes.
freaking hysterical. So
I will note, for a material that can be either weapon or armor, when you attach it to your trinket, you have to choose which one it's going to be.
Oh,
Yep.
at that point. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And then when you have a trinket active, if it has an armor effect or a weapon effect that doesn't break the rules for how many effects of certain types you can have, then it just acts as if your armor has that effect, or as if your weapon has that effect. Right. Who's making more rolls to pull apart Celtises with magical carving knives?
Who's got the next
I got
one?
this.
Oh,
I
I
Sig's
want to
up.
do my 2. I want
Okay.
to do my 2.
2 with advantage.
Decent
Successes?
rolls!
2d20.
Yeah.
Not bad.
1, 2d20. 10 and 19.
wow.
You also get a Celtis wing,
Yay.
Ooh. That's so nice, I guess.
and you get a Celtis horn.
For our notes, what CR are the Celtis? 2?
3.
3, okay. So we're
Oh, that horn could be good. Oh, no, not really. I already have that.
What?
Yep.
No. Go away. Bad.
so
Oi!
we're fishing for 13 up.
Maybe.
Let's see. Blowgun only. Yeah.
No.
Okay, that's something. I also technically have a blowgun.
Thick.
Bowgun.
It's not blowgun. It's bowgun. Lose the
That's what I'm
F.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Blowgun.
It's
Nope.
below you. Anyway, who's making the next carve checks?
I'll go next.
Go right
All
ahead.
right.
Oh, you look a little tired there. Here, let me hold that up for you.
Thanks, Nysdrith.
Or normal rolls.
15, a 14, 15, 20.
All right. Roll 40-20.
3, 2, 13, 8.
You get 3 Celtis shells, and you get 1 drone substance. If it's used as a weapon material, it has this effect. And otherwise, it has this effect.
Oh, geez. The first effect is if it's used as what?
The first effect is Capture Novice.
Weapon?
Yes.
Pretty much, if I were to apply it to my bow gun, my Trink arrows would be doing 5d8 instead of 3.
Yeah, you could kill poachers even faster that way.
Yes.
That sounds wonderful.
And then the other one is if, say, you were to rub that in my fur, I would be annoyed, but all my charisma persuasion checks would be more effective for an hour. And also, if I were to use things like Speak with Animal Command, it would be disadvantage.
It does take a minute to apply properly, however.
Yes.
Alright, I think the only person we have yet to have roll for carves on the Celtis is Nysdrith.
Nysdrith.
Yep.
Yep, okay, 4d20.
Alrighty.
You said I got 3 seltzer shells?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Nope, not 29, 20. There we go. Wow. Sucky. Not bad. Yeah.
You get 2 Celtis shells, 1
Okay.
Celtis wing, and 1 monster fluid,
Ooh.
which I believe you are already familiar with.
Yes. Cool. So
Alrighty,
I
yes,
cast
that
Feather
is-
Fall on myself.
If you use up a slot for it, yes. Alright, so, given this whole situation is happening, meanwhile, Bartholomew, Steve, Henry, Matthew, and the turret are just sort of like milling about. The turret's just sitting there. Bartholomew's waiting patiently. Steve and Henry seem interested in what you're doing, and Matthew is just trying not to be noticed.
Matthew! And I start walking over to him.
Yes?
You got some balls on you.
And I take my long sword out from behind me, as well as my spare shield. And and after dumping those in his hands, I also pull out the light crossbow and crossbow bolts.
But I think these will work a little bit better than that puny little stick.
Thank you.
Don't go dying on us.
You've upgraded him from commoner to bandit.
Basically.
He's now a proper poacher.
Yes. Essentially, you just gave him weapons.
Yep. No, the dude was actually willing to help us out, so this just kind of respects him for that.
I think the dude
mean,
just
you
didn't
are-
want to die.
You are, at least you said you were going to help him free his friends from the poachers, so...
Well, I plan on it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Kiljow is still planning on killing him and his friends once we free them.
No. Just the ones that willingly teamed up with the poachers.
So all of them.
There is an obvious caveat, apparently.
Yes. Right. So, after
good
your
guys.
successful battle and looting of the bodies of the monsters...
Oh yeah, and I sit down like right in front of him and start shoving that the setless queen shell onto my armor. Break out my hammer, the rest of my blacksmithing tools. Really start going to town at it.
Oh, this makes a perfect breastplate, actually.
So
Wait, no. With the way the bug's gonna go on, Hey, I should switch it to the back over here.
I was gonna say, still just dripping blood from the shell that you
Right,
ripped
and
off.
through an arcane, mysterious method, which no one really knows how it works, but it just sort of does, your armor slowly takes on the shape of the Celtic shell on the back plate.
Does that count as a short rest, by the way?
Yes, this would only be doable over a short rest. So anyone that wants to may do their short rest things.
Oh, I'm at 39.
I surprisingly took no damage this fight.
Uh-huh. I
Oh,
went
do I lose
down.
my-
So short rest, so I get action surge back.
Mm,
I'm gonna make myself a new gotcha knife.
Did I put the... Yes, I did.
Is 22.
By the way, anybody who is doing any healing via hit dice,
Yep.
do not forget to include Song of Rest
What does that
and
give
roll
me?
an extra 1d6.
Each time?
Just once.
Just once.
Just once. Okay.
10, 11,
Wow,
12.
that was sucky.
It's also enough time for Henry and Steve to attend to their own wounds.
Which they'll also get the Song of Rest.
One more.
Yes.
One more. Ooh, yep, that's
Okay.
more than enough.
There we go. Got my mats fixed up. Now they're looking
Okay, cool. Oh, wait, actually, that's really good because of that extra +5 temp hit points we have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not temp HP, it's temporary maximum hit point increase.
Yeah, but I meant that.
But, that being said,
I just realized something.
What's up?
We were so dumb.
Well,
I don't
Yeah.
disagree, but please explain.
What we should have done is had Leo talk to the Odegaron
I
and
I
convince it to come with us to take out all of the poachers because it would get a great meal.
don't think that would have worked. And that is a crazy idea. I respect you for it. But
Remember that meme I put up? Got sadness? This is the kind of thing he's talking about.
I'm sad. That would have been hysterical to attempt.
Yes.
Just
And
a-
get us
But-
a
another
pet.
neutral evil creature that we befriend.
I think, actually, let me check something.
Hey guys, out of curiosity, those Celtics came from behind us, right?
pretty much.
Yeah, no, I think they came over from the hills. I mean, I noticed a lot of them flying around the hills when I was scouting the area.
Would you say we killed most of them?
We killed a handful.
Yeah, for reference for you, Silent, Kiljow would have seen
Probably like
more
40 or
than
50.
more than 7.
Yeah, I mean, like, we killed some. But I mean, there were like 100 over there.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
I was
did
kind
they-
of curious about maybe going and raiding whatever nests might have been left alone.
Well, I mean, we did kill the queen. That was probably the only queen, right? So I mean,
Oh.
it would just be a bunch of the weak ones. We could probably still do that. If we came up with a plan.
Actually, you know what?
Like,
I
does it-
used my giant's might
well,
and
does it-
like hunched myself over, hooked my tail over my head, and got one of those little Celtis baby things to come over and fly me around. Do you think I could trick him into thinking I am their queen?
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly try.
I'm just over here like, maybe, but I don't think you could pull off like the regal dress look very well. Nah.
Just out of curiosity, kind of scanning over the hills and what I scouted before, like, is there like a lot of like plant life on the hill?
not particularly. There's grass, shrubs, nothing large, really, except for the occasional singular tree.
Is there enough like grass and shrubbage that we could like set it on fire and like try to like smoke them out?
I mean, if it's dry enough, maybe.
I
You're not
think-
sure, like, I would say you'd have to, like, do a check to determine if you could tell whether it was dry enough to start a fire and have it spread at anything close to a decent rate.
I'd like to check.
Okay, give me a nature check.
I have expertise in this.
Oh God.
At disadvantage.
And
9.
multi-classing into Wildfire Druid in 3 I mean, it's hard to tell. A lot of the grass is dry-ish, but you can't know how well that applies to all of it.
Okay. I mean,
You could
if-
start a fire and find out, but you don't know.
That's fair.
I got you.
I mean, if it's dry enough, we could try to like light a fire in the hills and smoke them out.
This is another one of those moments.
Or we could leave.
You know, we can leave too. I mean, it was just an
We
idea.
go around setting wildfires.
I mean, it was just an idea. I know Nysdrith was talking about wanting to get to the nests.
No. We don't need to go picking that fight necessarily right now. I was, if they were all dead here, then I was gonna say, hey, let's go pick up some stuff from that nest. But
Oh,
I mean,
no,
we are on a
there's-
little bit of a timer here, so
There's a lot more of them.
yeah. We'll worry about that later, maybe. After we help Bartholomew get his feather.
The true mark of heroes. Procrastinating arson.
We're the good guys.
Plus, I
Who
thought
is
you
just
hated
that? Why do you keep saying that? We're not good people or bad people, we're just people out here setting wildfires and destroying the ecosystem.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you hate poachers, right? Isn't that a very poacher thing to do?
I mean, it was just an idea. If you had something you needed from there,
Isn't that kind of the same mentality poachers have too, Kiljow?
I don't know. It was your idea. You tell me.
I didn't say anything about burning the place down. That was you.
I didn't say anything about burning the place down either. I just said we could smoke them out. You don't need to light a wildfire to do it. If the wind is right, we could start like a big bonfire and let the smoke wash across the hills.
Okay. Yeah, still not a good idea. Let's get going.
Right, so, where are you guys going?
I think up this way.
That was what you were told was the next step on the route to the Poacher's Den. Yes.
Yep.
All right. In that case, I will need our Trailblazer.
Which was the
Yeah.
trailblazer? Was that me?
That's you.
That is, in fact, you. Yes. Roll me a survival check.
Okay. Hey, 22's not too bad.
No, it's not. All right. Takes you better part of an hour, just sort of trudging up and down undulating areas of, well, slightly hilly fields.
This is slightly hilly. Wait, we're already out of that dismal-looking forest thingamajiggy? I was kind of expecting that to be more.
Yeah, it's a decent area, but it doesn't really extend too far north.
Oh, cool. Thank God. That place was gloomy as balls.
The bramble patch.
I will play Bramble Blast, don't you tempt me.
Give in to your anger.
Oh god.
Wow, I did that really, really well.
I can also just do this. Doot and doot. Alright, there we go. Alright, you find yourself in a new region of this area, or an area of this region.
So I'll turn to the poacher.
Who?
So Zach, is this the area that the camp is in?
Don't let him bully you, Matthew.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Your name was Matthew.
I
I actually thought his name was Zach.
I'm standing behind him with my arms crossed.
No, I mean like I thought his name was Zach.
I don't know why everyone thought his name was, like, 3 different people thought his name was Zach, and I'm like, this never came up. No one ever even mentioned the name Zach. What happened?
Matthew, is this the area where the camp is?
Oh, no, they're a bit further to the east. It's just that, if you try and go the other way, you end up at, like, a cliff above the camp, which is not super helpful, really.
I mean, throwing
Unless-
fireballs from up there would be really helpful.
That could be really helpful, actually.
I guess I thought you wanted to go to the camp.
No, we do.
We do.
I
We
had
do.
to think out loud there.
Okay, well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go scout the area.
All right, stealth and perception at disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Bonus action haste, but it's a hefty cost. Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
That's
That's not
Actually,
terrible.
not terrible. You rolled it very well for disadvantage.
That's respectable. It's not a
Right.
27 perception, but
Right. You see, here there are hills that start going a little bit higher than previous areas. Some that are almost starting to be small mountains, but not quite. They're still too round. You see, like the previous area, there are Celtists. They're not as common here.
okay.
You also see somewhere close to the center of the area, you see what looks like a giant chameleon bat thing that's like a pale white pink.
Oh.
Those things called pookies, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, actually, coming from the jungle, I would say this looks kind of like a Pookie, but a different color.
I just hunted one of those.
Yeah.
It failed miserably.
Oh. Okay.
Duh.
I'm gonna make my way back to the group.
Now, I do have a question. Did you continue canvassing the area and then make your way back? Or did you immediately go back? Because there is the northern sort of area.
Yeah.
Alright. A bit further up in the north, you see what looks like... You're not sure what exactly it is, but it's very, 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 very spiky. It looks like a wyvern covered in spines that are almost blade-like.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
It does seem to be sort of prowling the area more actively than the Pukey was, but it's further north.
I'm just
Also,
that
give me
point,
for a second while you guys discuss
at
everything that just came up.
At that point, I see it and I make my way
Yeah.
back.
All right. I will be back in like a minute or two, but discuss among yourselves. I will still be listening.
Would Kiljow know what that was?
Roll nature
Okay.
with disadvantage, of course.
22.
Yeah, you would know that is a Seregios. They are territorial, somewhat aggressive, and they are in fact covered in blade-like scales.
Okay.
Alright, I will be right back, but I will still be hearing you.
Alright guys, so, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of smaller hills here. A few that are, like, really round mountains. Go up pretty tall. So there's a lot of territory kind of hidden away that I couldn't really get to or go to with just a quick canvas. I did see some I'm blanking on the name again.
Pookies.
No. I did see some Celtis over in the hills. I did see a Puke kind of posted up like in the middle of the area. But it seemed to be some kind of like a pink variant. It didn't seem to be like heavily like on guard or like hunting the area, but it'd probably be best if we steer clear of it. I did see up a ways that there was a Seregios hunting around. Luckily, it didn't see me, but I came back after spotting it.
Seregios? I am not certain I'm familiar with that one.
Go ahead and roll me nature, anyone who's interested in knowing whether they already have heard of a Seregios before.
Seregios.
Nature, there it is. Well, nope, I've never heard of it.
I mean, you can't really, like, put your finger on it.
That.
Yeah, it's pointy.
Is pointy.
Sig, I mean, you've heard of Seregios before, you haven't seen one before. It's a flying wyvern, so naturally you hate it.
Let's go hunt them, boys.
Oh my god.
I'm not joking, this is actually a thing that Sig specified. He hates flying wyverns.
Yep.
Actually, yes. Wait, if it is a flying wyvern, I believe I have expertise in checks against them to remember things about them, I think.
So you would have...
Right? Was it...
related crawl information. I will say that will also apply to nature checks because, well, it's not really a very commonly usable thing with history, because I typically make them nature checks to recall information about them. So
24.
yes. Okay.
To be fair, Dan, I'm very impressed that you picked up that it was a Puke.
I remember them from playing the Monster Hunter World game.
I'm saying the first thing that came to my mind was a Palalomu.
Oh, okay.
That's more of like a flying bat
Puffball.
balloon puffball thing, not like a flying
They're
bat
soft and
chameleon.
fluffy. They're cute.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyhow, so Sig actually, given that, between that and Kiljow knowing what he does about them, you would know that Seregios are aggressive predators. They typically attack using razor-sharp scales, wings, tails. Pretty much every part of them is sharp. They are known also to throw bladed scales at their prey. And they are a cannibalistic species.
Days without cannibalism being mentioned. Back to 0.
Gosh darn it.
Always, always.
They're aggressive towards other wyverns and typically will fight and possibly eat them if they're smaller. You know that their scales are designed to dig into prey once they're launched, and are difficult to remove. You also know that they have zygodactylic feet, like roadrunners and some other birds that you may be familiar with, such as woodpeckers. For those who are unfamiliar, zygodactylic means they have 2 toes in the front and 2 toes in the back. And it sort of like closes like a weird claw thing.
So they're really good at grabbing onto stuff in the air.
Yes, they use them to grasp their prey, and they have a very strong grip, making it difficult to get away from them. And typically they tend to claim a territory and kick out pretty much anything else that will compete with them if they are able to.
So, is there a way for us to, because you said, what, there's the Seregios and the Pookie, right?
Yeah, no, the Seregios was up kind of more to the north that way, and the Puke was kind of in the middle.
Would there be a way for us to lure the two together?
I was gonna say, Taylor, about how far apart were they when I saw them?
Given that nothing on this map is to scale, probably 1,500 feet. A decent distance between them, but not like close to a quarter mile. If that helps anyone with visualization.
Okay.
Still within eye shot, but because of the hills, not really.
Yeah, that's pretty close to the Seregios, and you said he's really, really territorial, Sig?
Typically against other wyverns, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just attacked something nearby, because why not? If anything threatens its territory, I probably would attack it. Then eat it.
I mean, if we got the two to beat the crap out of each other, and we just, swoop in at the end and kill whoever's left. 2 birds, 1 stone.
We could also, Matthew, you said we need to go farther east, right?
Yes.
We could probably just avoid them both.
Well, quick question, Matthew. Hey, well, actually, first, Kiljow, did you find the paths out of here?
Did I find the paths out?
I mean, there are a lot of paths. This is a very abstract map. There are like the whole point of the Trailblazer making the survival role is finding the correct paths between the 2 areas, determining how much time that takes, and some other abstract things. So yes, there are paths out of the area in multiple directions.
I did find paths out.
All right, Matthew.
You're standing in the middle of a plain with rolling hills. You can literally go every direction. Just not like in the abstract sense that it will be useful.
There are
All right.
paths everywhere.
Matthew, which way did you normally go to get to the camp? Would it be going a little more north to where the Seregios is, or are we just straight east?
Oh, the Seregios is the bladed wyvern thing, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, no, that's further north than the the path we would need to take. We typically just avoid it. I think the Pukey is new. I haven't heard of anything else big in the area.
I was gonna say you haven't. Have there been any like drastic recent changes to the ecosystem other than the poachers? Do you know if they did they catch anything else that was big in the area that might have let it move in here?
Maybe. I mean, there wasn't anything big in this area specifically before, but I'm not like an expert on these sort of things. Like I said, I'm usually just a cook. They've caught some big things. They've sold some big things. They don't really tell us very much.
Well, I mean, you've been living out here for a while. Have you ever heard any stories of a pink puke?
Not particularly. To be fair, though, we typically don't roam too far unless there's a specific reason, so it might have just come from further out.
I'm really tempted to get these two to fight each other, but we kind of have a mission here.
I'm really curious. Does anyone have the message spell?
Nope.
Maybe? Let me double check.
Yeah, and as you say, a mission, Bartholomew clears his throat a little. Yes, as much as I understand this is part of your job as well, I don't think I'll be able to assist you in this endeavor. At least not directly.
No, that's fine. I think we're gonna be making our way to the the poachers camp so we can rescue the it's Malfestio, right?
And the rest of the hunters.
I was asking Taylor.
Malfestio is what you're here
Malfestio,
looking
yeah.
for, yes.
No, I think we're gonna go to the poacher camp to rescue the Malfestio to get the feather you need. Leo, are you able to send messages?
He said he was looking.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't have message.
Oh. Sig, are you able to?
Did he
Sig?
mute his microphone again?
I don't know. What was the question again?
Illiren?
I don't know what's going on.
You have
I'm
the
also
message.
confused.
Do you
Yeah.
have message?
No, that's too high of a level for me.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Yeah,
So,
no, we
no.
can report it to Reed when we get back.
I believe you mean sending.
Oh, is sending the one I'm asking for?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you are, because message is not
A cantrip.
helpful. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, do either of you have sending?
Yeah, message is
No.
the earring of whispers. Sending is a third level spell that lets you send messages long distance.
Yeah, sending's too high of a level spell for me.
Okay. You don't have that either, right, Jacob?
Nope. I don't have any third levels yet.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I guess we'll have to report back to Reed that we found a variant here when we get back to camp.
Alrighty. Making a note on our little notebook.
Meanwhile, I will
Eating
say,
to the
Sig,
ear.
in addition to your knowledge of the Seregios, your passive perception, you know that there's probably some plants that are harvestable in the area if you wanted to investigate more, but it might run afoul of one of the creatures nearby.
I would like to, but I'm not gonna. Not yet.
Maybe worry about that on our way back.
What's the name of this area that we're in, Taylor?
Overall,
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought I revealed this.
Like, we were in the desert, we were in the Luminous Marsh, the Glacial Grotto.
Wyverian foothills.
Ah, okay.
I thought I revealed that. My bad.
No, all good.
I just couldn't remember what it was called. And this voice is killing my throat.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Has some blood. It's good for your throat.
It's-
Again, Sig, this is scaring me a little bit here. And I've been in war. I've eaten things I don't want to eat.
Quiet. We're sneaking.
Right, so, what are you guys doing?
Heading towards the eastern end here. So kind of making our way to this path here.
Alright. And given the size of everything, there's open field for a while, but you could just skirt around the hills without too much issue. Once again, Nysdrith, roll me a survival roll.
Alrighty, here we go. Yeah, 16. I'll take it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You just real quick. You are able to. Takes about an hour, hour and a half of walking, but you see a cliffside with some old ruins butting up against the cliff, and see from a distance what looks like torches. It is getting late in the afternoon, so it's a bit odd to have torches at all at this point in the day, but
Hey, Matthew. Is that it up there?
yes.
Alright. Let's keep it down a little bit here. And hold off. Hey, Kiljow, you wanna go ahead and do your sneaky stuff?
Yeah, no, I can do that.
You know what?
Boop
Let
the
me-
nose, I'm in his head.
Let me go look
Got it.
through my bags real quick. But I'm not finding it.
Didn't we have a drink or something that got rid of your exhaustion?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for in my inventory.
Energizing something or other. I think you used at least one of it. I don't know if you had more than one.
I could have sworn we bought at least 2.
Yeah, I thought we had a. Oh yeah, elixir of energizing can ignore effects of 1 level of exhaustion, so it's not going to help.
You needed help in combat, but
It helped in combat, yeah, but not for checks. Yeah, no, yeah, I can go take a look. I'll make my way over. I'll try to stay like down low and back a little bit and just try to get like a feel for like how the place is set up. Like at least like guard and whatnot. Do I see it?
so
And kind of the rest of the area as well. Do I actually see a path up the cliff?
not nearby, no. Give me half a second here.
Do you want me to make my stealth and perception rolls?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
That disadvantage really killing you here.
Wow.
Yeah. Make sure I have the right one pulled up here. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Here's my perception roll because I did boop and take senses to keep an eye.
He took my
Mhm.
eyes. Help.
All right.
But a much better stealth roll than last time.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the one I was. That's the one I was really worried about was the stealth, because I don't think the people who are like standing guard at this poacher camp are trying to be like particularly stealthy. It was just like, don't fucking let them see me, please.
Well, unless they roll really, really well.
Yeah.
Yes. Give me a moment. Two.
Thankfully, there's no chance of just like a nat 20 like auto success. They actually have to beat the stealth roll.
Mm-hmm.
And unless they're really, really good, I find it hard to believe they're going to beat a 25.
Yeah, I mean it's not a perfect roll, but still a 15 plus 10.
Yeah.
Ain't bad. Nothing to sneeze at.
Just give me a moment because there is some of this that I determined was going to be based on like time of day and when you got here and that sort of thing.
Of course. I mean,
Okay.
there is such a thing as patrol shifts.
Guys. Behind the scenes look at how long it takes to do some things.
Yup.
It's okay. I'm kind of also rooting for, in favor of waiting for nightfall to do this.
Well, while we're waiting, has anybody seen the Hisuian starter evolutions yet?
I have.
The what?
Yeah, all 3 starters that you get, their final evolution are Hisuian forms.
I don't
In
know.
Arceus.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was really confused.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking Arceus.
Sorry, we missed the Arceus part.
Uh-huh.
Hisuian implied that, but not everyone immediately.
I don't even know what Hisuian is. Sounds Japanese.
Hisui is the name of the region.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Do they get like whatever the heck it was, Mega Evolve forms or something?
No.
I don't think so.
There's no mega evolution in this one. In
Oh.
fact, there's probably not even any Gigantamax.
They didn't even make new King starters.
No, their starters are Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and
Oshawott.
Oshawott, yes. Which honestly, okay. So, question. How close to the walls of this ruin area are you getting?
Close enough so that I can see what's going on?
That's really vague. Do you want to be
Yes.
able to see over the walls?
How big are the walls?
Okay, let's sort of go from there. You get a little closer. You're probably about 250 feet out or so. You can see that just canvassing, like circling around a bit. The walls, where they're intact, are about 15 to 20 feet high. Large portions of them are either completely gone or just stacked up with rubble now. There is an area where there's a large gap in the wall that's been reinforced with what look like wooden palisades and spike traps and that sort of thing.
Okay. From where I am, can I see anyone like on guard?
You can see there's a couple of people like walking across the tops of the walls and the piles of rubble.
Okay.
You can't distinctly make too much out about them, but from what you can tell currently, there's about
What's the? Oh, sorry. Finish.
about 7 or 8 of them.
Kind of scattered around.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the terrain in the area like? Is it like around the ruins? Is it open grassland? Is it heavily shrubbed? Is it wooded?
It's open grassland. There's an occasional shrub. Any tree in the area looks like it's been cut down. It's just stumps.
How light is it outside? Is it really, really dark? Is it
It's mid-afternoon, so it's very light.
Okay. And you said I'm 250 feet away?
Yes, unless you want to go closer. Like, this is, like, you're being very vague, so I'm giving you, like, this is your initial impression. If you want to get closer, you get more information.
Yeah, no, I know, I'm thinking. How are the walls, like, laid out? Like, where I'm looking, is it, like, a wall here and, like, a wall here, and then, like, 8 people on that? Is it more, like, angular, more directions?
Give me half of a second. Now, actually just pop us over to the map of the area, but without too much revealed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get, like, a feel for what I'm looking at from where I am.
And this is, of course, assuming that you can sort of, like, canvas the area a little bit, but without getting too close.
Yep.
So I will...
No, I'm trying to get, like, a feel for the area before I, like, figure out, like, do I want to get closer, or, like, how do I want to get closer, etc.
Alright. This is sort of what you see as the walls themselves. It looks like on this wall over... Well, it would help if I was using the correct tool. This wall over here looks like there's 2 people. One is shorter than the other. And on the other walls, there are about half dozen people scattered between different areas.
So 2 people here and, like, half a dozen scattered here?
Yes. Walking or standing in different areas.
Alright. Gentlemen,
Okay.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get myself some water.
Yes, that's terrible, Sig.
I just believe in you so much.
But so like you can see portions of the wall are sort of broken. But
Yeah.
it looks like rubble's been stacked up to make an approximation of a wall. It's not quite
Uh,
as tall.
How tall is the cliff?
The cliff is about 60 to 75 feet tall.
Oh.
And you would be able to tell from your perspective also, there is something of an overhang,
Okay.
which would
And-
make ascending it difficult, but would also make descending it leave you completely exposed out in the open in midair, essentially.
Okay. And it's D6 per 10-foot falling?
Yes.
I'm trying to, like, rumble, like, Kiljow, just jump and live.
I mean, don't forget, we have somebody who can fly for an hour at least. And we got a couple of people that can cast Featherfall on themselves. So, Airborne leads the way.
Okay, how
I'm just
much?
imagining Nysdrith with this bug on his back, slowly floating forward while Flight of the Valkyrie plays in the background.
At 10 feet per 6 seconds?
Strike
Yeah.
his Superman
Yes.
pose while he goes along.
10 feet
I
per
was
6
thinking Flight of the
seconds.
Bumblebee.
Very, very slowly.
How heavily shrubed does this area look? Like, does it look like I can like use like moments when people like aren't looking to like slip from like shrub to shrub?
Not really. Most of the shrubs in the area are either very short or have been like chopped up a bit.
Okay. I will make my way back to the group.
All right. I'm afraid I must
first,
once again leave. Oh, tell me first. Then I will be muted for the discussion.
The cliff runs behind, from what I can see at least, like runs behind these ruins.
Yes.
Does it look like the overhang goes out a little bit over the ruins?
Yes. It looks like the overhang goes out a little bit.
Okay.
Can't really see too much other than that, but it's, there is part of the overhang that's over the general area of the ruins. But yeah, the cliff seems to go almost not quite straight diagonally, but like from here to about here-ish. I don't know if you can see my thing on the black map.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, and then it sort of like goes from there to there.
So like that's all really like past that is like cliff, and just the ruins are this area.
Yes.
Here.
Roughly, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make my way back to the party. I'm just gonna leave this here so we have like a planing bench. Shoot. Okay. Well, I got a bit of a look at it. I couldn't really get too close, because it's still pretty light out, and it's pretty open area near the camp. But it doesn't look like it's that big. But I did see eight people up on the walls, kind of keeping watch.
And we can assume probably about as many in the camp, if not more.
Probably. Matthew, how many people would you say roughly are in the camp?
Matthew's taking a leak right now. He might be back in a little bit.
Okay. There was a pretty big cliff behind the ruins. Makes up a couple of walls of the ruin itself. Goes up about 60-70 feet. A little bit of an overhang. Does it also hang out over the camp?
You think would it be easier to make our way down the cliffside than try to sneak in?
If we try to rappel down, we'd probably be pretty exposed, but if it was nighttime and we had a way to get down, I think that might be kind of the best way to get in. Then, I mean, if Matthew knows, who the people in the camp that are safe are, if he'd be able to, return when we kind of like give him a signal from up on the cliff, where they can't see from inside the ruins. If he returns back and kind of gets all the people, like maybe 5-10 minute window, and he gets all the people together, and gets them in like, I don't know if there are any buildings inside, but if he can get them all inside like one building, and we can cause like a distraction somewhere else, probably have a pretty good shot.
Okay, at this point, Matthew gets back, and I'm sorry, were you saying something about me, or did you need something, or?
Well, about how many people are in the camp in total?
He starts counting on his fingers.
I lean over while he's doing that.
By the way, your thigh is open.
You're bad.
Joke's on you, this hasn't been invented yet. Frick, I lost count.
So, mission success?
I mean, not counting those of us who are already there, just like the poachers or the people who, teamed up with them. Probably about 40 or so.
I'm sorry, 40? As in 40?
Yeah.
Well,
Is there like a second layer, like underground, to these ruins?
I mean, it's not like an underground layer of the ruins. It's more that there's like a cave within like the backside of the cliff that they've used some of the chambers there for different rooms.
Well, how many people are there that didn't team up with the poachers?
Counting myself and the two who were with me earlier, probably about 15 or so.
So 13, good to know. Okay. Well, I do have to ask, like, why do you guys live out here?
Oh, I mean, we honestly.
Are you like wanted in the cities?
No, nothing like that. It's more that like we just have a camp here where mostly honestly we do either subsistence just off the land or we work as guides for people that need to find certain things in the ruins.
Oh, okay. Would you be interested in relocating, even if it's just temporarily?
I mean, possibly.
Okay.
If we went too far, it would just be like we wouldn't really be able to guide people through the ruins. But I mean, we can't do that right now anyway. So.
Well, I mean, just even if it's just temporarily, would you say most of the poachers stay back in the cave?
It depends on the time of day.
What about at night?
At night they're usually either sleeping in the cave or in tents.
Do you know how many sleep in tents and how many sleep in the cave?
No. That's not like.
Give me a ballpark guess.
I'd say probably like 50-50-ish. It's mostly the lower ranked people that end up sleeping in the cave. They don't really mind because some of them are goblins or gnolls or things like that.
Okay. Is there anyone among the poachers that we'd have to keep our eyes open for?
Well, there's a couple of the high-ranking ones that are particularly strong. Their leader, Snagtooth, a gnoll woman who's just really good at catching. She's really good at like catching things and shooting things and fighting things. It's just sort of her thing. She's the leader, so
She sounds like a cave sleeper, though.
no, she's one of the ones that stays in the camp.
Okay. That's unfortunate. What about the any others?
There's a hobgoblin, some sort of ex-knight or something. We're not really sure. We just know that he tends to stay around guarding Snagtooth.
Okay, so I'm guessing he also sleeps in the camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, they also have this, I want to say almost like albino, emaciated, lizard person with them. Some sort of, crazy magic user helps them out with capturing stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should have brought Alpha with us.
Does that one sleep in the cave?
I actually don't know. None of us really know where she goes at night.
Okay. Do you think if you returned to the camp, kind of like we do you think if we kind of like dolled you up, made you look like really like dirty and worn, and you went in, they'd suspect anything?
I mean, probably. I've been gone for a while, and I'm not very good at lying.
I mean, to be fair, you've only been gone for a few hours.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
by
yeah.
now, also, my companions would have gotten back to camp and probably told them about me getting captured.
No, they didn't.
I pat Leo on the head.
Well, do you think if you got in, you'd be able to like gather the people who didn't join the bandits together?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay. Do you think it would be easier if you kind of made your way in at night? We could give you a signal, like from the top of the cliff, to make your way over to the camp and head in and gather the people together in like 5-10 minutes.
I'm not sure. I mean, I could just tell everyone to. I mean, if you're going at night, usually I'll end up sleeping in the larder.
And where's the larder?
It's one of the rooms further back in the caves.
Okay. Do you think you'd be able to get them to not sleep in the larder?
Like stay awake or
Yeah.
maybe. Why though?
Okay, I'll turn to this group. So, hear me out. I think it would probably be best if we collapse the cave entrance and trap at least half of the poachers in the cave.
I'm sorry, how many sticks of dynamite do you have shoved up your ass?
Let me check my bag of holding.
Oh!
Should have seen that one coming.
Also, Matthew, while we're at it for the moment,
Well,
big question
I
for
currently
you.
have none, but I do have a bomb casing. So if we can find the correct materials out here, I can make one, and I can remotely detonate it.
What? I don't think is going to be enough to bring down a massive part of the hill over there. Unless that's one heck of an overhang.
How far out would I have probably estimated the overhang?
I mean, that's... so for most of it, it's not like a flat overhang, it's sort of a curve, but from the base to the overhang, it varied from like 10 to 20 feet.
It's a pretty big area. How big is the entrance to the cave?
Like, which one?
So that there are multiple entrances?
Yeah, it's a natural cave system. There's like 4.
Oh, do they all connect together?
Eventually, yes. Some of them
Oh,
more than others.
okay, well that idea's out the window.
Are there any other ways into the camp, Matthew? Besides the front door right here.
Not that I know of. Like we
Have you guys explored the whole cave?
already sort of just the whole what?
Have you guys explored the whole cave?
I mean the parts of it that we can fit into.
Again, although I love the idea, Kiljow, of, well, in the army, what we could say, blowing shit up, somehow I don't think one bomb is going to be enough to close even one,
Four
let
entrances,
alone
yeah.
4 of them.
I also don't think that the 4 of us are going to take 10 poachers apiece.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a stretch there.
I probably would have to agree with you on, which would bring up the possibility of us maybe needing to pretend to be poachers ourselves. It might be easier for us to sneak into here and pretend to be not necessarily one of them, but at least sympathetic to their cause.
But I mean, at the end of the day, if we want to get the feather from the Malfestio, we're gonna have to, you know, get it out.
Not entirely. I mean, we could just pluck the feather, run away real quickly, and
It has
Bartholomew
to-
can do his thing, can't he?
It has to be given willingly.
It has to be given willingly, yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it wants to be free. I don't know.
That's look.
Hmm.
Once we locate the captured animals, I'll be able to communicate with them and let them know that we're there to help. Okay, that part I'll be able to help us with.
That is true, too. I mean, once we get inside, you know, fight all the monsters and maybe try to, you know, say, hey, you guys help us, we'll help you.
I was gonna say it would probably be best if only a couple of us went in and a couple of us stayed out here with Steve and Henry. Because
Yeah.
we probably don't want to bring Steve and Henry in. But if like Leo and I went in, or Leo and Sig went in, you know, we could try to communicate with the animals that are captured, and Leo, you could try to convince them to fight with us. We could try to like free them all from like unlock all the cages.
The biggest problem is if they catch on.
I mean, I have a hard time believing anybody else in there is going to be able to speak monster.
Yeah, but even if I do speak monster in front of them, that's going to still raise some suspicion.
we'd have to be sneaky about it, but
How good are you at sneaking? I keep on making characters that are not very good at sneaking.
I'm okay with sneaking.
Clang, 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 clang.
There are monster materials that will make that not happen, I think.
I haven't found any of them yet.
I mean, conversely, we could try to sneak in at night, but if we're going with the idea that we, go in and pretend to, be sympathetic to them or be out here doing the same thing, I still feel it would be best if only a couple people went in.
I'm not opposed to that. And personally, well, based on our history, I like the idea of trying to team up with more Stephen Henrys.
I personally just love the idea of rappelling down the cliff by just jumping off of it.
That's not repelling.
Oh, that's ironic.
Well, it's not a
That
real
was kind
word
of my
for it.
idea too. Yeah, I was like, he gets in, sends us a signal, and then we just like feather falling and all just fucking yeet ourselves off the cliff.
It's not really a good word for what it is when you just jump off the side of the cliff and float down. Can't think of a word for that.
Totally badass cool. Oh, and you have to shout out, Airborne leads the way.
Side note, guys. This is really ironic. Guess which monster has a material that makes it so you don't have to roll disadvantage on stealth checks? Armor.
Yo.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're getting that feather from him willingly, and then we're killing him.
Wow.
Let me check if there are any other creatures that have a similar
Dark.
thing.
Conversely, how big is the entrance? How big are the entrances?
Bit about Festio.
Yeah, there's one of them that's pretty big, like 25 feet high.
Oh.
One that's like 10 feet high, but kind of narrow, and the other two are just sort of the right size for a regular person to fit through. About 8 feet high, but about 5 feet wide.
How big would I say the Seregios was?
He's looking that up.
Well, I can't use the actual size of the creature because D&D dimensions, but it is a large creature.
Okay, so it would fit in the caves.
Mhm.
Well, so would I if I went gigantic form.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we could lure it over and set it on the camp, but I don't think that'll work if the caves wouldn't be safe for the people we're trying to rescue.
Is a heck of a lure.
Yeah. There's also that.
Matthew kind of pipes up. If you wanted to do something like that, I might be able to fit everyone into a room that is only accessible by one of the smaller tunnels.
That might help, yes.
I mean, if we led it over here and just kind of ran towards the ruins like we were running away from it, we could get it to attack the camp, and then well Matthew got all the people that were trying to help into one of the smaller tunnels, and the poachers are fighting the creature. we could try to like identify who those three key figures are, and hit them from behind. You know, the rest of the poachers might, like, especially if we take out their leader and their bodyguard and their magic user, you know, they might surrender if their leadership has gone down.
Again, I'm also still for the idea of just turning a bunch of the monsters on these guys.
I would be in favor of that as well, yes.
But that plan relies a lot on Leo.
And my ability to bullshit my way past everything, right?
Well, a great many things. Honestly, if we go with that plan, and even if we try to include the Seragios in that, which might not necessarily be impossible to include in the plan of getting all the monsters to fight these guys, that's relying really heavily on you to basically do everything.
Well, I mean, I know Sig, I'm good with the locks. I know Sig, you're good with locks too, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Making or breaking, either way, yes.
we would be able to, you know, handle the opening of the cages. It would just need Leo to, you know, go in with us, just enough to convince the people there, and, you know, then talking to the animals and convincing them.
I mean, a good blow from any weapon will also fix just about any lock, so
Yeah, but
there is that too.
if we want to free like all of the creatures and set them on them, they probably are kept in separate cages, so we would need to like open a number of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Are there keys to, or who would have the keys to these cages, Matthew? Any idea on that end?
That would be Valrind, the magic user that is with them. She's in charge of all of the creature containment stuff.
How old is she?
It's hard to tell. I mean, I'm not entirely sure she's not undead.
Well, that throws a kink into one of my ideas. Never mind. I'm willing to take one for the team, but not that end.
Would I know roughly... Well, do you guys usually have, like, one meal in the camp?
Do you mean, like, does everyone get together for the same meal?
Yeah.
Not always. They usually, like, eat at different times so that they have overlap with their guard shifts.
Well... How many people usually eat, like, all at once?
Maybe 10 or so?
Who cooks the meal?
Me and the others who live here. They force us to cook the meals.
Okay.
So,
Do you
not
think,
many options about what to do we have?
do you think it would
Really,
be possible
here
if...
are the main three we've got. We've got sneak in, try to bullshit our way in, or straight up raid the place.
what I was thinking was, do you think it would be possible to like slip something into the meal?
Well, like, maybe if you've got something that would work, but I don't know of anything that wouldn't make it, like, really obvious.
Checking materials real quick.
Everything around here that's poisonous or bad for you is pretty bitter.
Well, I mean, I do have these.
Looking at the cook of our groups,
Yeah.
got it. Can you do anything about that?
Well,
I don't know
I
what
do
Leo might
have these
have.
prime herbs.
I
might
have.
be able to hide the flavor, maybe a little bit of Pangalactic gargle
I was about to pull out a bottle of it.
No, I want that. I want that in the RP. Both of us literally pull out a bottle of Pangalactic
Yes.
gargle blaster.
I was like, if you have something to hide the taste, I have these, and I pull out 4 bottles of Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
By the way, gentlemen, I do want y'all to know, I just recently watched the 6-episode series of the original British TV series of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I mean, if you were mixing these in with the meal, it would probably only take like a couple of bottles.
Yeah, I might be able to do that.
I mean, it would probably be pretty obvious if we just straight up put liquor in their food. Or are you just hoping they'll get drunk, or?
How much were those bottles, Kiljow?
Each bottle was 4 shots.
I meant gold per.
Taylor.
It varied. It literally cost different amounts each time you bought them, and you bought them at least 3 times.
Ranging
I
from what to
know.
what, roughly?
It's always been under 40 gold.
I mean, never more than 40 gold.
Okay. That helps. How many bottles do you have?
I have 4 on me, but
Leo pulls out 20 platinum pieces.
I pull out the badge of the Wayfarer.
Thank
And
you.
we all knew this was coming.
Leo's going, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I'm thinking what you're thinking, yeah.
Let's do this.
I've gotten lost here a little bit. What's going on?
No, before he finishes it,
We're gone.
finishes his statement, say the code word.
Maple beer, and I'm thinking of me, Leo, Sig, Nysdrith, Henry, Steve,
And our
and
new friend
Bartholomew, and Matthew.
Anybody we're missing?
And of course, the gratuitous sound effect.
Yeah. And Taylor just
Okay.
like, fuck me for giving this item to them.
No, I'm just like, hold on a second, I have to move some tokens. That's all.
Guys, here's the plan. I just thought of this. We're going to come there with a good old keg of this, offering you to buy it, maybe give it if they threaten. And I can also kind of say I'm a chef, and if they'd allow me to, cook for them, might be able to add a little something to the meal. Catch my drift?
Okay, you know what? This is actually a terrific plan. I am 100% on board with this plan.
What were Taylor? What were the 3 names we got from Matthew?
I will just tell you for the records. They're named Snagtooth the Matriarch.
Okay.
Zudrak, Zudrak. Zudrak the Shield.
That's the night dude.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
And Valrend the Chain. Valrend.
Okay.
Doot. Doot, and
Oh, by the way, guys, once we get back, Leo is going to be hamming this up.
and there's and doot. Sorry, I also have like a roster of people who can possibly be in the tavern when you go there.
Actually, I hope Doombaker is there. She might ask him a small favor.
Oh no!
This could only end well.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no.
So, as Nysdrith says, starts his sentence, and Kiljow shouts out, "Maple beer!" Everyone is instantaneously transported to the Wayfarer's Respite.
Yay.
Which I believe.
For the love of...
Feel like-
One pop per person.
Oh, fine. Okay. How many people do we have us for?
8.
7, 8. Okay. Hold on.
That was at least 12.
I had to include Stephen Henry.
I did.
Oh. People are popping out.
All right.
Okay,
And,
Matthew, welcome to our safe haven.
Matthew just sort of looks. What just happened?
Oh, don't
Magic.
worry. Magic. We're in a mystical little tavern at the edge of every universe. Don't worry about it. This is a little safe haven of ours, and we're going to use it to stock up and be ready to take those evil little poachers out.
Matthew
Nice,
looks incredibly
Jared.
concerned, and Bartholomew looks incredibly interested at the fact that the door just has like seawater on the other side. Some
Yeah,
small, colorful fish swim by.
Oh
He
look,
kept
they're,
that
they're still they're
aesthetic
still
this time?
they're still underwater this time.
Oh, cool! I like this.
I kind of was expecting, some sort of like ancient castle setup or something like that.
As you say that, Nysdrith, you hear a voice behind you. Well, you can't expect me to change the decor every time you visit. That would be
That's-
incredibly narcissistic.
Oh no!
It's creepy when you do that, by the way.
Hi, Kakabio. No, it looks great. I love the aesthetic you have here.
I was particularly liking it myself, yes.
Question, who's the giant sphinx dude over there?
Wow.
Oh, that would be one of our patrons, Amun. Doesn't drink much because he's technically an astral projection, but he enjoys coming here to visit.
I don't blame him. Fun place to be in.
Hey Sig, you might be able to get some information from them.
Is he for hire?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
We found ourselves
No,
in-
believe me, I've asked.
Oh, don't mind that, Kakabio. We've actually found ourselves in a bit of an interesting situation. Poachers, freeing some animals that they have captured, that kind of thing.
Of course.
And so
And,
we thought we'd stock up here, maybe see about getting a little information for inspiration.
maybe a keg of the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster?
Probably two.
We have money.
I would certainly hope so. If you wish to purchase things, that is typically how it works.
The only problem is I'm laughing because this is in Nysdrith's character. It's
Yeah.
obvious.
I know how to play my characters.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think our plan was we'd rest up here before trying to get into their camp. But we were hoping to be able to pick up like a large quantity of Pangalactic Gargle Blaster and use it to lace their food.
Well, not quite. We're going to use it to ingratiate ourselves to them so that we can easily get in, they get drunk, we free the beasties, and you go murder hobo all the poachers. And none of Matthew's friends.
We could also lace their food.
I mean, I thought that was part of the plan.
I thought that was part of the
Ingratiate,
plan.
lace their
yeah.
food.
It is.
You know, all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, it is, but
It's all the same plan.
it's all the same. Let me put it to you this way. A lot of poachers want to sample the wares before it's used in the food. So we may as well have a keg to drink and a keg to cook, right?
Oh, also, we should probably introduce. This is Matthew. This is Bartholomew. We're doing a job for him right now. And these are our friends Steve and Henry.
You met Steve and Henry yet?
Nope, no, he hasn't.
I believe I have, yes.
I thought
I
they
don't-
were here once with
I
us
don't
already.
think they ever came here.
I believe they were here previously.
I know they met
Think- I don't
Bob. I think
they
they
were.
were here the last time we came over. It was just after the mission, I believe, but memory's muddled. No worries.
Yeah.
There was a brief period in which they were here without you.
Oh my.
No,
Leo-
I,
Leo, look-
I never did that.
Well, either them or someone very similar to them. Oh, and for the record,
I was saying that out of character.
yes. Ed Cacabiel is also saying this. At the moment, Cacabiel looks like a very large merman fae thing.
What? It looks good on you.
Absolutely.
He turns over. Henry and Steve, is it? Have we met, or did I meet one of your other selves? Oh, I don't think we met, no. One of your other selves, then. Yes.
Well, Steve, Henry, this is Cacabiel. He's the owner of the establishment.
It's nice to meet you, yeah? Of course, the pleasure is mine as well. Come, with the party this large, I think you need one of the long tables.
Thank you very much.
Thank
He
you.
sort of gestures over towards this long table over here that's empty.
Alrighty.
All right. Make our way over.
Oh, Cacabiel, is Doombaker by chance here today?
I don't believe he is, no.
Oh, I was hoping to run into him again. He made such wonderful pastries last time I saw him.
Yes, we did, purchase some of his recipes if you'd like them.
I wanted to ask him a couple other questions that may relate to his previous line of work, but such as it is, it just happens. Anyway, in any case, thank you so much as always for your hospitality, Cacabiel.
Of course.
Alright.
And Cacabiel, he takes a step and
It is gone.
he's not there anymore.
In his case, I don't know if it's literally a pop. I think it's just a step and it's like you blink, he vanishes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I'm willing to bet you anything he's not actually gone.
Oh, he's probably the entire place.
You know what? That's worse somehow.
Okay, so we're going to need to order ourselves at least 2 kegs of Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Well, that was in character.
I may or may not have already drank a little.
Leo, we might need to talk about your problems.
Hey, I will visit Bob when I like, while I like.
Have you yet visited him? Did you make it there yet?
Oh, a couple times. Steve and Henry met him when we finished up the mission finding the research team.
Oh, okay. But somebody
Hello.
here hasn't met him yet.
I've never
Well-
met him. I'm not entirely convinced he's real.
Well, Steve and Bob met him, and so did Crush. Bob liked Crush. I miss Crush.
Knowing Crush, I could see why Bob would like him.
Her.
Oh, that's right. Her.
Respect gender nouns.
Anyway, Matthew, Bartholomew, please order yourselves something to eat. Meals on us. Okay. Let's plan. Gentlemen, let's plan.
Welcome to Dumbasses 11.
Yeah.
Well, we're here, might as well. One bloody mirth, please.
Dun dun dun.
Mirth.
Have you made a menu yet for this place?
Not a constant menu,
A handout
but
menu?
yes. No,
Okay.
sorry. Things keep happening, you know,
Yeah, no, that's fair.
life. But yes, you, Zig, you're able to order a Bloody Marylith.
Mm-hmm.
It will be, let's see.
What interesting drinks are on the menu?
I'm glad you asked. Give me a second.
Oh no!
You know
asked
what? I'm going to say, I want to say, Klingon blood wine is on the menu.
If you look for it, yes.
Like, literally kill you if you don't.
I thought that was
Kind
Robin.
of, like, normally kill you?
Yes,
No,
that's
the
why
thing
it's so
is
expensive.
fine.
No.
Romulan
Romulan-
kill stuff that'll kill you.
Oh yes. Well, don't forget.
So-
there's also the Andorian ale that'll really mess you up.
That's true.
Right, so, Sig, you are able to, you are told that the Bloody Marylith is, at least in your experience, criminally cheap at only 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Of course.
Okay, that's actually really good.
I'd like to try this Hasperat I'm seeing on the menu.
Where are you guys seeing the menu at?
We're just pulling shit out our butts on this one.
Yeah.
Think about it-
There
think
is
about it
there
this
is
way.
no menu handout. They got. If it exists in the multiverse, you can get it here. There's just differing costs based on demand and
Uh-huh.
supply.
And in this case, I pulled up Memory Alpha, which is the Star Trek wiki, and
Oh.
I decided to go for the Bajoran dish of Hasperat. So yes.
So yes, that will cost you 4 silver.
Okay.
But let me tell you of some of the alcohols that exist in this universe.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
universe specifically, but there will be other things. Okay, let me just. There we go. You have, of course, your standard beer,
Excuse me.
wine of many various types. You have black velvet,
Mhm.
which cost about. Actually, I'll tell you the cost after I tell you the thing, because I'm not going to keep track of this. Black velvet, which typically is made using a stout beer and an effervescent beverage of some kind. Upon drinking it, you magically perceive all clothing is black for the next 10 minutes. There's the Bloody Marilith, which our friend Sig is getting. Which is a common or very rare potion. For 1 minute after drinking it, you can use a reaction even if you've already taken one since the end of your last turn, but once you take a reaction, the potion's effect ends.
I think I have some of those in my bag.
The rare version, which, for the record, normally costs 5,500 gold pieces for very good reason.
Oh.
Is when you drink this potion, you can take one reaction on every turn into combat for 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have one of those in my bag.
Yeah, that does sound about right.
Yep.
For Bajorans. There is Blue Mountain Flower Potion, which is typically used as a potion, but it's also sold as a tea. Once per day, when drinking a Blue Mountain Flower Potion, you regain a first level spell slot. There is the Brew of Stored Might. Oh, Bottled Abyss. That's a poison. That's not a drink. You do not want to drink that. Oh boy.
Wait, what is it?
Bottled Abyss. I was almost read that out. No, that's a very, very potent poison.
Tell me more.
This small vial has a single dose of a fuming pitch black poison inside of it. When ingested, a creature takes 4d6 psychic damage, and then must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the poison takes hold. While the poison is in effect, the creature is both blind and unable to sleep.
Okay, what's it called?
Bottled Abyss.
How much does it cost?
I don't think it has a typical...
Is it on the menu?
It would be on the menu, okay. So with this, well, let me finish the description. When an affected creature attempts to rest, their dreams are plagued with terrible nightmares and are unable to gain the benefits of a long rest. The creature can reattempt the saving throw after 24 hours have passed. The poison lasts until the affected creature succeeds on a saving throw or is cured by the Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish spell.
Okay, so I found the poison releasing their food with.
All right, that'll work.
I believe you may have some issues with actually using that.
How so?
Well, the pricing for very rare magic items is not very affordable.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
What's the price?
For a single dose of Bottled Abyss, it costs 12,000 gold.
Oh. Yeah, that's a bit out of the price range.
Oh, even with us piling our money together, I don't think we have enough.
No.
It's expensive for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
because also, holy crap. Right, so back to the things that you can actually buy and or drink without,
And or
regretting everything. The Brew of Stored Might is a potion. Again, it's also available as just a drink, but it's very expensive for a drink. Essentially what it does is, for the next 10 minutes, if you miss an attack, you get a single storage point up to a maximum of 20. And once during that period, you can expend all of the storage points you have when you hit with an attack. The attack deals extra force damage equal to twice the number of storage points expended, and the effect ends.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Ugh,
That is currently, again, you would know this is a low price currently, it's 200 gold.
Ooh. Pricey.
Can you post that effect in chat?
Certainly.
Thank you.
pricey, but possibly worth it.
I was gonna say, I'm curious, how do you define missing with an attack?
You make an attack, and it does not meet or beat the AC of the creature you are targeting.
Okay. Hear me out. Could I
Yes,
do-
you could game this by missing on purpose.
Okay. I'll be buying one of those.
Oh, good lord.
I will say, you'll still roll the attack roll, but at disadvantage. You can purposefully take disadvantage on any attack by closing your eyes, essentially. Close your eyes, throw a knife, and hope it hits.
Well, I was gonna say, could I like theoretically like make an attack against like a wall and just stand out of reach of the wall? Like the wall's out of my reach?
No. You could close your eyes and throw a knife at a bird, and it would probably miss.
That was
But
flawed.
you have to attempt an attack that is legally able to be completed against a creature. Or an object that has a hardness that you can damage. You can game the potion, but not, like, completely unreasonably. Alright,
Taylor knows how I
Celest-
think.
Celestial Honey Tea is a very restorative brew. It has a tangy, sweet taste, and when you drink it, you regain 1d4 hit points, and you have advantage on Constitution saving throws for 1 hour. Celestial Sunrise, a very bright, almost neon yellow drink that fizzes, causes light to pour out of your mouth for 1 hour after you drink it. It is a powerfully flavored pineapple, orange, and honey drink with just a hint of pomegranate as an aftertaste. And if you get the uncommon variant, you can see normally in magical and non-magical darkness for 8 hours. However, you still have a bright light coming out of your mouth. In fact, the uncommon version causes you to cast bright light out to 40 feet and dim light for an additional
my
40 feet.
God.
Wow, you are a really powerful flashlight at that point.
just,
Do you
Just come
blind
up behind-
yourself?
just come up behind the enemy. Oh no, high beams!
Yeah.
Chi Balancing Tea, which as its name suggests, is meant primarily for monks. It is enjoyed by others occasionally, though it is quite expensive. It will, firstly, cure any short-term madness afflicting you, and removes the charmed and frightened conditions. In addition, if you have 2 or more levels in the monk class, you regain 1d4 plus 1 expended key points.
Ooh. That's real nice.
It costs 750 gold.
Yeah.
Kind of worth it, though.
If you're a monk, mostly, yes.
Yeah.
A slightly cheaper option, currently on the menu for 3 gold, is Cinder. It's a effervescent spiced cider. Served piping hot, and has a slight spicy kick to it. And after consuming it, you can control non-magical flame, as long as that flame fits within a 1-foot cube, for the next 1d10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Clock Whistle Surprise, a incredibly cheap potion, which is a glittery purple drink, which is mostly served for the fun of it. When you drink this, you make a Constitution save. If you fail, you roll on the wild magic table, re-rolling for effects that directly harm someone. And additionally, any effect that would last for more than 30 seconds only lasts 30 seconds. It only costs 6 silver.
Okay.
But can have some fun doing some crazy shit.
That is the idea, yes. Concoction of Expedience, again, more of a potion than a drink. It's a bright red-orange alcoholic potion. When you consume it for the next hour, you have advantage on initiative checks and disadvantage on death saving throws.
That's a little scary, but I mean.
Post that in chat, please.
Welcome to the shopping episode, by the way.
Yeah.
In the middle of the adventure, which is fine because I did this. You that is currently available
Okay.
for 30 gold. Yes. The idea is everything happens faster, including dying.
Oh my!
No, that's not a drink, that's a salve. That's very different.
Okay.
Let's see, what are some other ones? Death's Door, sold, and it's listed not as a drink, but as a specialty potion. Costs 3 gold, and when administered to a dying creature, the target gains 2d10 temporary hit points and stops making death saving throws for 12 hours. Any damage which isn't absorbed by the temporary hit points still inflicts death saving throw failures as if it was a normal attack. And for the duration of those 12 hours, the person does not die, age, or decompose in any way. Immediately afterwards, they start making death saving throws again unless you've healed them.
And if you
And,
haven't healed them in 12 hours, you're probably dead.
Yeah.
Probably. Death in the Afternoon, which is, side note, that's an actual name of a drink.
It's also called the Hemingway.
But this one, however, is a common potion made up of champagne and absinthe derived from magical plants of various types, poured over crushed ice. When a creature drinks this potion, they make a DC 12 con saving throw, or they'll be incapacitated for 1 minute. Additionally, they have advantage on death saving throws for 10 minutes after drinking it. Currently costs 2 gold.
have one of
There's a gin and tonic. I will emphasize a gin and tonic.
With a D?
Yes.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
I want this one posted in the chat.
All right.
I was like, oh,
Here
a
we
gin and
go.
tonic. And then you were like, I want to emphasize gin. And I was like, oh.
It's a gin and tonic. You know,
Yeah.
I had fun with these. The typical gin and tonic, a common potion, is a specialty alcoholic beverage that causes a magical wind to tussle your hair, cloak, or other clothing dramatically for 1 hour after you drink it. A small mote of mist dances above the potion's liquid and gently stirs it. The beverage is smooth, bubbly, and very refreshing. Notes of juniper, elderberries, white peach, and a hint of lavender. Due to its magical nature, the alcohol within this potion affects a creature twice as much as the alcohol within a non-magical beverage. A rare version is available, with improved taste, where when you drink the potion, you gain the effect of the gaseous form spell for 10 minutes with no concentration required, or until you end it early. When the effect ends, your form rematerializes in a rush of air, forcing all large and smaller creatures within 30 feet of you to make a DC 15 strength saving throw, and on a failed save, a creature is pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Sig, you're going to want this because once shit hits the fan, you're going to want to drink that so you can easily get to the cages and release the creatures.
The rare version of the potion is currently available on this menu for 725 gold.
Motherfuck!
Ooh.
Ouch.
I don't have that much in platinum. I only have 63 platinum, which is like 630 gold.
So this is a rare, like, this is the common version. Costs 35 gold.
But the common version only does like a mist dance.
Yes. A lot of these potions that have different variants, the lower rarity is more of like a novelty. The higher rarity is a very powerful effect. Prices reflect this.
Okay, we're gonna have to find out how much it's going to be to get the 2 kegs of Gargle Blaster before, and of course whatever we're all eating, before we think about the major potions. Jesus Christ!
Hey,
Well,
they're major potions.
let's see.
Actually, given that,
there-
before we do anything else,
I was gonna say, are there any like waiters, staff, anything?
as soon as you start looking for one, there is.
Personally, while I love Gargle Blaster as like just a thing that we keep drinking, I personally think the better option for trying to get the group drunk would be Wallaby's Whirler.
Ha!
Remind me, Wallaby's Whirler again?
So you know that Skyrim where you get drunk and you wake up on the other side of the continent?
Oh, you're talking about Nukashine.
Yes, and I'll read the description again because it's so fun. Invented by the perhaps too inventive Philbus Weatherby, this drink is a testimony as to why it is a bad idea to point a gnome's sharp mind towards the creation of a new brew. After spending many years living among the dwarves, Weatherby made his way home with a drink even the stout folk couldn't handle. This monstrosity is laced with latent magic designed to lessen the chance of drinkers dying from its ungodly alcohol content, and reportedly tastes like a kick in the face from a horse. After one shot of this drink, the drinker is shunted into a chaotic haze of blurry awareness, bolstered confidence, and overpowering drunkenness. In addition, the latent magic in the brew causes minor, uncontrolled magical effects to occur around the drinker at random times during the haze. The nature of these effects is up to either the DM or the player, so long as the effects are sufficiently insignificant. After 1d4 hours, the haze drops away, and the drinker immediately and almost violently falls into a deep sleep so that they may recover.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would any of those extra negative effects occur if the drinker consumed dragon milk?
So after, presumably.
Like if you drink the Wallaby's Whirler, and then in that window of time you drank a dragon milk and expelled all the alcohol in your body.
Interesting. The magic would still be there, so you'd still get the negative effects, just not the drunkenness.
Well, the magic you said was there to prevent the user from dying from the alcohol content?
Yes. Part of the magic is the in the chaotic effects.
The chaotic effects, but you wouldn't have immediately pass out.
Right.
Yeah, we're trying to get the immediately pass out bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a couple bottles of dragon milk that I picked up in town. I mean, if we got that, then whoever went in could consume it with the bandits to show that it was safe, and then could take some dragon milk. It has the effect of expunging all of the alcohol in your body. So we could get the bandits all drunk and they would all pass out.
In 1d4 hours.
They would pass out shortly thereafter, and we could go in and free all the creatures and do the whole thing without fighting.
I mean, after that, all we'd have to do is make sure they were tied up and wouldn't have to kill them, yeah. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Probably
No,
not.
no, continue.
Taylor is just like, let me make sure they all have a backup character ready.
I mostly find this amusing in concept, and I'm just not sure how well it'll actually work in execution.
That's what we're here for, so you can find out.
You're here for my amusement. So, that aside, Weatherby's Whirler, if that's what you want to go with, is currently at 12 gold for a single shot.
How much for a keg?
Yeah.
Assuming you want enough to get roughly 40 some odd creatures drunk,
Drunk.
probably about 500 gold.
Okay.
Okay, I might be able to handle that.
I mean, I can help pay for some of it too. Currently have 99 gold and 116 platinum.
Oh, you got a little more than me then.
It was sort of my idea, so I will chip in like 100 gold myself for this plan.
I think we're going with the Whirlers.
I think we are. Yeah.
Nysdrith, you gonna pitch in for this too?
Oh, sorry. I got a little distracted there.
It's all good.
How much was it costing us all together?
500.
So
So if each of you
125
pitch,
apiece.
pretty much, but yeah, we can all do 125. I'll pay for it. We'll have that keg to offer them as a peace offering.
I'm okay with that.
All right, Sig, you good with 125?
125.
Yeah.
What's 90 minus 20?
That'll bring me to
Alright, there we are.
4, 274, and 10
It's,
platinum.
Got it. All right, so of Weatherby's Whirler.
Yes,
These
Which I
guys
believe
are
is-
fucking hell.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot cheaper than
The Gargle Blaster.
Gargle Blaster,
Keep buying
mostly
it,
because we keep buying so much of it.
Keep buying
And
all
they're
of the
having-
Gargle Blaster.
and they're having trouble stocking it last time they told us.
Yeah.
I mean, my question would be, would Death in the Afternoon be any cheaper?
I mean, it might be, but it doesn't have the effect of them being forced to pass out into a long rest.
Death in the Afternoon caused them to pass out for an hour.
No, Death in the Afternoon causes you to be incapacitated for 1 minute if you fail a DC 12 con save.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, I have a bottle of Death in the Afternoon already, but it wouldn't be quite long enough for what we need.
Alright, so, bless you.
Taylor is watching a bad plan unfold.
I didn't say anything. I just thought to myself, oh, this is gonna be sad.
And it was.
I'm a
genius.
No, I'm mostly thinking to myself, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm hoping this works because, you know, it'd be nice and fun to just kill everybody while they're asleep. I mean, it'd be nice and fun to not have to worry about fighting all these people.
I mean, advantage, insta crit, yeah.
Right.
Um,
So, now that you've gotten that acquired,
That was fun.
is there anything particular that you guys are looking to purchase food-wise? Or should I continue running through the drinks menu?
Yeah, no, actually,
We've got our bottles of Pangalactic Gargle Blaster. We've got this keg of Weatherby's Whirler.
I will note that ordering a keg of Weatherby's Whirler got you a very concerned look.
it's a good
And Leo's gonna go, oh, don't give us that look. It's not for us.
The look just got worse.
That's more concerning.
Yeah, that's more concerning.
That's
I actually, could I get a glass of the Fallen Angel wine? And I see this. I'm gonna post this into the. I'm gonna post the link so other people can look at these if they see anything they're interested, and also what I'm going to be ordering, so you know about it and how to describe it to me, Taylor.
Mhm.
Can I get a glass of the Fallen Angel wine and this dish steamed mephit? Sounds interesting. I thought you would find that funny.
Right. Certainly, sir. That would be about 5 gold, all told.
Okay.
This is you would recognize your current waiter is Terry, the tabaxi.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Of course, I'll be back with your items in a moment. If anyone
How
else
much
is
did
ready
the
to order,
Wait, I already got the Hospital discounted off. Okay.
if no one else is ready to order, I'll bring that back to the cook.
Got myself a normal, good old corned beef and cabbage meal.
All right, very well. That would be 4 silver, including drinks.
Steve, God damn it, my brain is.
Stephen Henry.
Steve Henry, what are you two feeling up for eating today?
Food.
Fish, kelp.
The fish is good, yeah.
Okay. If we can get a few pounds of fresh fish for Stephen Henry here.
Some good old tasty fish, too.
We do have currently a special on a particular type of subtropical red snapper. If you want good fish, if you want a bit of volume, we also have a. There's a particular type of herring that isn't from your realm, but I think would work well for you.
For a few pounds of the snapper, how much would that be to feed both of my friends here?
Terry sort of looks them over. How much do they usually eat?
Oh, would I know this from working, during my off time? Because I know during that month of off time, I'd be going back and forth to the enclosure as well to check in on them.
Yeah, you know both from experience and from the enclosure that they could eat 5 to 8 pounds of fish easy in a meal.
5 pounds each, 10 pounds total, maybe 15 for safety.
Say for 15 pounds of the snapper, it would be roughly 8 gold.
8 or 80?
8.
I can do 8. Yep.
We're used to very high prices here.
That's because you guys keep ordering the good wine and the potions and the super hard to find stuff. Not here's fish. Even good fish. It's not here's the shipping cost from 3 dimensions over.
Nysdrith will slide over 4 gold to Leo also.
Hmm?
Nysdrith will slide over 4 gold to Leo also.
I'll cover half of that.
I appreciate it. Steve and Henry are eating good today.
Yeah, I don't know. The herring might have been a bit misleading. It was red too.
Somebody reach to the computer and smack him.
Do I have
You gotta
permission to
admit, I
mute
put
you?
the setup there
Do I have
well.
permission to
You
mute
did. Thankfully, I didn't take the bait.
Oh.
Do I have permission to mute him?
That
Do I have
wasn't-
permission to
No.
mute him?
Oh.
Hey, you can't help it if Taylor and I like fishing for laughs.
Oh.
I
I
mean-
think it's time to go to bed.
My jokes are pretty funny, but only on a certain scale.
Oh god.
So what else is everyone ordering?
Right, yeah, let's get the more mundane ordering out of the way, and then I can tell you some of the more exotic things that they have.
Real
Desserts
quick,
and drinks and...
What are Matthew and Bartholomew ordering so I can discount it off of my gold here?
I'm chipping in for that too. Still.
Killjow's gonna chip in for that.
Matthew gets just a meat, potatoes, beer, very basic meal, cost 2 silver.
Okay, I'll cover that one.
Okay.
And Bartholomew gets a white wine with a plate of like roast pheasant breast, some rice pilaf, and some roast vegetables. Costs about 6 silver for the food and about 1 gold for the wine.
Yeah, I'll cover his wine.
I'll cover the meal itself.
How much is it for a glass of Fallen Angel wine?
Oh yes, that would be 1 gold and 4 silver.
Okay, I'm
What
gonna
about
order.
the one that was the flashlight?
Speaking of
The flashlight one.
I was gonna say I'm gonna kind of turn to Matthew. Oh, but I mean you can order more if you want to here, and I'll order him a glass of Fallen Angel wine.
Okay.
Oh god.
He is incredibly leery of anything you offer after repeatedly advocating for killing him.
Well, you
Matthew,
don't-
do
you
not
don't
trust anything he hands you.
You don't have to worry. It's the same thing I'm drinking.
I'm all right.
And
No, Matthew, stop.
I'll take a sip of mine, and it's good. It's alcohol, and I start like blowing smoke rings.
That's actually quite neat. He takes a drink of his, and like he takes too big of a sip, and he like coughs, and there's like bellowing smoke around him. And yeah, we just time skip to you guys all get your orders, just for the sake of this.
Yeah. Otherwise, we could literally hold a whole campaign of.
Sig getting Mr. Fire and Fey Bread Biscuit.
I'm pretty sure I know what those are. I'm pretty sure Misted Fire is like a berry, like a jam sort of thing, right? Or is it a wheat?
I thought Mithrin Fire was a fruit.
I thought it was like a fruit, like fruit and biscuits.
Oh, it is a wheat.
Oh, wheat? It's kind of weirder. I thought it was like some kind of weird berry.
It's a bright red tall grass that grows like wheat. Yeah, so like cracked wheat or something. But yes, together those
You're
will
on
put you out
crack.
about 3 gold.
You know, that and some, like, jams would probably go well with that, I think. Let's go.
Guys,
Hop back to the order again for a minute. So if you wish for some jam, I might suggest that in addition to the Fey bread, we have a particular recipe from one of our chefs from the Shadowfell, actually, for a type of sourdough that goes quite well with the charcuterie board.
Alright then, I might as well try that. Ever since I started coming here, I've been just more open to eating things from other places.
Oh, well, I'm glad we can help oblige that habit. It would be 6 gold total for the lot.
by the way, guys, I ran into my dad while getting my water. I told him our plan, specifically about the Weatherby's Whirlers and the Pangalactic Gargle Blasters. His only response is, "Oh, jeez." In
Yeah.
such a way that he knows this is going to backfire so well.
Oh, absolutely.
I
No,
don't know what
there's,
you're talking about.
there's no
blink,
doubt.
Blink, 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 blinkety blink.
Yeah.
Are you actually saying the words blinkety blink blink while blinking at me?
Of course not. Blinkety blink, blink, blinkety blink, blink. But yes, Sig, you get the charcuterie board. It comes out. There's favorite biscuits. There's a nice, like, mid-sized sourdough loaf. There's some whipped butter, like 2 different kinds of fruit jams. There's the Mithrin Fire, like, sort of meal. There's some, like, slices of several different kinds of cheese and smoked meats. Now I'm hungry, dang it. Happens every time.
Yeah.
Why am I so good at describing food?
How is my my steamed mephit?
Ah, yes. So, when they bring it out, it looks a little odd, because it looks almost like a Jello mold, kind of round, almost like a flan, more actually, just that shape. And it looks weirdly like bubbled throughout, and as you like cut into it, it releases like this very aromatic, flavorful smelling steam from these little individual pockets that are then filled with little bits of this sort of almost like a gelatinous goo that actually tastes quite good. It's got a sort of a savory, almost beef with mushroom flavor to it.
Okay.
Nice.
They steamed a steam mephit.
Yes.
Yes.
They used the steam method to make the dish. It's not a steamed method. It's a steamed method made into a dish. If anyone's interested, there are still a bevy of alcoholic beverages.
What was the flashlight drink again?
The
And how
Celestial Sunrise.
much- That one, yes. How much does that one cost?
The common version costs 25, and the uncommon costs here would be 90.
90. The uncommon gave you dark vision, something else, and a like 80-foot flashlight, basically.
Essentially, yes. A 40-foot bright light, 40-foot dim light after that cone of light pours from your mouth for 1 hour after drinking it, and then for 8 hours after drinking it, you can see normally in magical and non-magical darkness. There is a period in which this is actually useful. It's just not the first hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stealth. Wah.
Well, keep your mouth shut, you'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and
Your
order...
mouth would still be like glowing through your teeth and face.
I'm going to go ahead and order a bottle of that.
I mean,
All right.
that could be useful for intimidation in its own right.
Or for, you know, blinding people, you know.
I am the
Actually,
Glen
see
Pirate
from several-
Roberts.
That is a scene from like several horror movies of just the character standing distant, just opens their mouth and light pours out in the dark.
Yep.
There's clearly a very good use for this.
I wonder
Now-
I wonder if you could realistically like have drunk that and then grapple someone and just open your mouth and just blind them with it.
I mean, temporarily at least, yes. So there's about the things. Do you want me to stick more to like the low cost things, or the things that might actually be useful but are higher cost,
Yes.
or both? All right.
Short answer,
Stick
yes.
closer to the low cost things, I would prefer.
Lower end of things, Fairy Fireball. It's a delicious cinnamon whiskey, which causes uncontrollable hiccups for 1d4 hours, and with each hiccup, a small cloud of shimmering sparkles is released. Then you have the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Fey Honey. Oh, Fairy Fireball, excuse me, is 1 gold. Fey Honey say one of the least expensive rare potions at only 800 gold.
Ouch.
Ooh.
It is a potion with the consistency of mercury with a brilliant silver iridescence and has a sweet and intoxicating flavor. When you consume the honey, your charisma score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
Ooh.
However, when the effect ends, you must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, and on a failed save, roll in the Wild Magic search table as a burst of Fey energy erupts from you. Creatures with the Fey type automatically succeed on the saving throw.
How much is that?
800.
800 gold.
Oh. Yeah.
I probably might be the only one who can afford that at the moment, but no thanks.
I think I can afford that, but yeah, once we're getting up to that point, it's like blowing like 90% of my money on a drink.
Yeah, that is. It's mechanically a potion, but it is in fact a drink.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the lower end again. You can get it for 8 gold here. A drink called Fire Breath Ale. And it has almost a mango flavor to it. And if you drink it and breathe it into a flame, if you drink it and then you breathe into a flame in the same turn, a 3rd level fireball is cast centered on that flame.
So you fireball yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
That is 10 gold. Fool's Filter, another one that's 800 gold. It's a thick, bright pink potion. But when drinking it, it has a texture that is runny and quite sour. Almost a pink lemonade flavor. Once you ingest the potion, you may choose to activate it once within the next hour when you succeed on a saving throw. If you do, you become invisible for up to 10 minutes until you attack or cast a spell, and the potion leaves behind an illusionary duplicate of yourself that appears to have failed the saving throw.
That's interesting.
Huh.
Yes. There's, of course, more on the mundane side, only 1 gold here, Frost Mead, which is a shot of honey and the tear of an ice giant.
Wow.
When you drink it, your breath fogs out in a blue sparkle of icy breath, and then for the rest of the day you can see your breath as if it was cold outside.
Interesting.
There is, of course, the grog of substantial whimsy, brewed from the talents of the finest senile wizards. The magic of chaotic absurdity now comes at such a low price, which is, for the record here, 25 gold. Each grog has 1d4 effects. If the PC gets the same effect, the effect is cancelled. PC cannot have the same effect twice in an individual grog. These effects are considered curses and are affected by the spell Remove Curse. And the effect is, you roll, for each effect, a d1000.
Huh.
And there is a table.
What?
It is a 1000 effect table. They are all completely insane. Some more so that each more insane than the last.
He had to go there.
For example, and this is just
How much is that?
some random crap, 25 gold.
For a bottle?
Yes. A bottle is the 1 dose essentially. It's a small potion bottle size bottle.
Okay.
Some interesting examples. PC's only mode of transportation is the moonwalk. PC recently took an inviolable vow, but can't quite remember what it was. It rains outdoors when the PC is sad. PC lays an egg. PC gains a second heart and is able to hold their breath for 5 to 6 minutes. PC disappears and is replaced with a map to their location.
Can you post this in
What is
chat?
this called again, please?
Yeah.
The Grog of Substantial Whimsy.
Just, post it in chat so I can copy it into my back folder.
I will say I'm not going to link you guys the effects for the very
Obvious
Save
reason, though.
obvious reason that A, you would never be able to get what you wanted anyway. And B, 692, PC can use a baguette as a longsword.
It's 25 gold?
Yes.
I'm buying a bottle.
I'm half tempted to buy a bottle myself because that does sound like a bit of fun to be had there. But
I'm good.
We're buying a bottle of the one of the D1000 effects.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, my Yep.
25, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
the whole group is chipping in. All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna.
No,
go
I
ahead
think
and
the
buy
We're
whole
all
group
buying
is
our
each
own bottles.
individually buying our own individual bottles.
I mean, you want to drink them like before the end of session today. That would be time.
Probably
That would be a time.
something.
Nope, I'm saving mine for a special occasion when it's probably not convenient.
Hair of the Blink Dog, as Nysdrith is familiar with.
Yep.
It makes you undrunk if you spend enough of the time outside of reality.
How much does the grog weigh?
Half a pound. There's, of course, inverted rum. Huh. That might actually be decent for your plan. Inverted rum currently costs 5 gold. When you drink this rum, everyone around you in a 15-foot cube becomes as drunk as if they had taken a shot of rum. This does not include yourself.
5 gold, right?
Yes.
That actually sounds kind of useful. In like our plan to
buying
get the
2
group,
bottles.
everyone else drunk.
Yes.
You're buying 2 bottles,
Mhm.
Yes.
and it's
What was
5
that?
gold each?
They're 5 gold each.
I'm
Yes.
gonna buy 2 more bottles and give them to Leo.
4 bottles of inverted rum. Oh, lordy.
And
Little,
I'm-
like, potion bottle size. They're basically a shot.
Are they each 1 serving, or are they each, like, 4 shots?
They're each 1 serving.
So we could realistically make it be like people have just ingested 4 shots of rum in the span of, like, a minute?
This is
Basically.
now slowly but surely becoming a solo mission.
I'm gonna buy Leo 4 more bottles.
So a total of 6, including the 2 I've got.
8.
Oh my god.
There is the Golden Goat, a semi-alcoholic drink made of fermented gold milk and honey. It costs 5 silver. There's Honey Pine Dew, a very pleasant mead served in very small cups, but it costs 1 gold per shot. There is the Martini, which costs 5 gold. And the syrupy blue potion causes the drinker to grow 1 foot shorter and taste like rich chocolate. The effect has an indeterminate amount of time. It is the Martini. The opposite one is the Mar Biggie, which causes you to grow 1 foot
remember
taller,
the-
Oh my god.
and it tastes like cotton candy.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Wait, you said the martini makes the user a foot shorter and taste like chocolate?
Yes. The length of the effect is incredibly variable.
Yeah, no, I need clarification. Does the drink taste like chocolate? Or does
Drink tastes
the...
like chocolate.
Okay. The way you phrased that, very misleading. I thought it made the person who drank it taste like chocolate.
No.
I mean, that'll make it more tasty to the monsters.
I missed the S in there.
So you also have the option for 6 gold points currently of ordering a Pina Colossus.
Hang on. I might want to know this one.
A rare colossal pineapple, hollowed out and filled with rum, coconut cream, and pineapple juice. It's usually a shared drink. The pineapple shrinks in size when the liquid is drank or spilled, but it will also continue to expand and grow to colossal proportions when more liquid is added.
Okay, that's it.
So is that the drink, or is it just like the drinking vessel?
That's drinking vessel.
Okay.
Interesting.
There's Polypilsner, which is a pale lager that turns you into a random animal for 1d4 minutes.
How much does that one cost?
4 gold.
Do you retain your own intelligence?
You know, it doesn't specify. We'll figure that out. I will say I will say as a rule, if any of these have a seemingly mundane, innocuous effect, and you try and make someone else go through it, they'll probably get a saving throw. But you know, there's Seer's Solution. You guys have some of.
I'm sorry, but I'm reminded of this meme of a gnome berserker, which gets enlarged, and it gets cast to enlarge to giant size with haste, and they go they go into rage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's. Oh wow, that's expensive. I forgot how expensive that was.
Oh no.
Just for fun, if you guys had about, I think currently 6,500 gold for this one. Starlight Elixir. This potion gives off a soft, comforting glow. When you drink this potion, your body becomes cloaked in gentle starlight for the next 10 minutes. While you are cloaked in starlight, you cast bright light in a 10-foot radius, dim light for an additional 10 feet, and any creature within 10 feet of you at the start of its turn regains 1d4 hit points. The first time you take damage while cloaked in starlight, the starlight bursts out of you, ending the effect of this elixir. Each creature within 10 feet of you must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, taking 2d10 radiant damage plus an additional 2d10 radiant damage for each full minute of the effect that is left when this occurs on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would explain the whole 6,500 part of it.
Wow, that's
Yes.
strong.
Theoretically, if you downed this in combat and got hit, you would be doing 20 d10 radiant damage.
Wowzers. It's a
Yeah,
good
that's
way
why
to
it's
kill a
expensive.
vampire.
Ha! Yes. Yes, that would be a very good way to kill a vampire. Along with most of anything else.
Yeah.
Stake to the heart? Yeah, well, who wouldn't that kill?
There is, of course, Willow the Whiskey. Which is a whiskey with minor hallucinatory effects,
That's a fun
which
one.
starts with you seeing a tiny tingling light in the corner of your eyes, and ends with a shining orb of light dancing a few yards away from you, moving away as you try and catch it.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones. Mostly what I do want to know now is, firstly, do any of you want to buy any other stuff while we're here? And secondly, do any of you want to actually consume the grog of substantial whimsy?
Not at this point, not for
Not
me.
right now.
Once the mission's done.
Yeah,
then,
yeah. I'm
That's probably fair.
Look, you already mentioned the fact that there's a chance that we just kind of disappear and have to go on a separate mission to get them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
I mean,
So, yeah.
it's kind of literally anything could happen. One of the results is you become very talented at making whittled spoons.
Hmm.
Yeah, but anything that even has, you know,
A 1% chance of derailing the mission is probably
Yes.
best
Probably
save for
something better.
after.
Yeah, save for downtime. Oh, I like
Yes.
this one. PCC's dead people who just bother them a lot.
So we
Oh, actually, no.
Okay.
Number 10 is literally quite possibly a campaign ender. Roll again on the table. The effect now behaves like an STD.
Oh god.
That could literally end the world, depending on what happened.
So we could get
a world-ending effect, or we could become Bruce Willis from The Sixth Sense.
Basically.
I mean, we have to sleep with people in order to pass it on, or does that mean it's just going to randomly pass on to people that we,
No, standard STD rules would apply.
I mean, it's
Yes,
not
the normal
exact
rules.
world ender, just, practice abstinence.
Practice absinthe. Wait.
I'm pretty sure if we looked on the menu, they have a bottle of that.
I mean, absinthe? Yeah, probably.
Practice absinthe.
Everyone remember, practice safe lunch. Use condiments. Right. So I think, given that it's almost midnight, this would be a good time for us to finish up. If anyone else wants to buy anything else, just let me know. And next time we will pick up with you here in the tavern, having finished your meal and possibly schmoozing among the patrons.
probably, yeah.
And then sometime in the next month, we might get back to the actual mission.